Hello, Camp Bestival, mums and dads, boys and girls. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. Once upon a time, at a castle by the sea, there was a magical place of wonder and joy, where the sun always shined. Everyone could find hundreds of wonderful things to do from the moment they woke up till the time they went to bed. This place was called Camp Bestival, and boys and girls travelled from far and wide to get to their favourite festive holiday in the land. There was music and dancing and jousting and dinosaurs and daredevils and mouth-watering food and acrobats and fireworks. It was the loveliest sight you've ever set your eyes on. And in amongst all this pleasure and joy were two very special places where literature came alive. Here the people could gather inspiration and exchange thoughts, and word merchants dabbled in poems and tales. For the grown-up folk, their corner was named the Guardian Literary Institute, and it was blessed by the wise elders of the Guardian newspaper, while the young folk gathered in the heart of the Dingy Dell Woodland in a sacred place called the Story Den. Now our tale takes us to 2013 in the month of August, when the winds blew forth some very learned ladies and gentlemen to share their wisdom with the Camp Bestival flock. They arrived by the cloak of night, and camped under the stars to rest their heavy brains. In the morning they awoke and made their way down to the Guardian Literary Institute and the Story Den, to share their words, their thoughts, their tales, and their knowledge with the people who had gathered. The first to speak in the Guardian Literary Institute was a most just and intelligent man, ordained by the Queen, by the name of Trevor Phillips. Now Trevor was a long-time fighter for human justice, and has seen much unrest around the world, so his insights were of great interest to the fair people of Camp Bestival. After Trevor, there appeared another well-travelled, worldly-wise man called Howard Marks. He was a scholar, a smuggler, a prisoner, and a scribe, and he arrived in a large puff of smoke. His stories are much loved by the Camp Bestival folk in years gone by, and so they were delighted to hear the next chapter of his intrepid tales. And then came the word merchants, their bags laden with carefully crafted jingles and jibes. The leader of this wordy clan, the mighty Scroobius Pip, had a legendary knee-long beard. He was welcomed with heaving crowds and much cheering as he threw his poems forth with a hip and a hop, and told his favourite fable of a letter from God to man. Next to step into this whirlwind of words was the Tempest herself, otherwise known as Kate. This fair maiden had recently been bestowed an award of the highest order in the name of Poetry Master Ted Hughes, and her return to Camp Bestival was celebrated by many loyal followers. Before long, 4 other fair ladies came forward. These scribes had penned many a popular book, and the women folk of the land loved their tales well. Adele Parks, Lisa Jewell, Emily Barr, and Anna Maxted were their names. They were followed by the learned ones, Kevin Fong, a master of medicine, opening the secrets of the human body, and Marek Kukula, the Royal Observatory astronomer, guiding the way through the mysteries of the stars. The writers and the newsbringers were the next to appear, with Guardian scholars aplenty. Simon Hattonstone shed tales about the famous folk, while John Harris, Catherine Shord, and Sam Wordstone put the good people through their paces with quizzes galore. And let us not forget the children of Camp Bestival. For that summer of 2013 they were also gifted with many wonderful words in their woodland story den. The little folk gathered under the canopy of oak trees and settled down to meet Sam Lloyd and her band of monsters, and hear Laura Dockrill's tales of the great Darcy Burdock. And many say that old Johnny Duddle even brought some pirate friends along. Then at night the woods came alive with fire and dragons, and the shadows grew longer and more mysterious. But as the young folk explored the trail in the trees, a delightful story could be heard, magically whispered right into their ears. How was this possible? Nobody knows. But the children were smiling for years to come. Oh yes, my friends, those folks had quite an extraordinary time at Camp Bestival 2013. I just wish we could have been there.